Okay. Am I audible to all of you? Please respond, everyone. Can you all hear me? If I am audible, please respond. All of you via chat. You all can respond via chat also. All right. So if you guys can hear me, please respond so that we can start with the discussion here. Good evening, all of you. Damini, Santosh, Anupam, everyone. Please tell me. Yes. All right, guys. So let's start with the discussion. So in the today's session, we are going to do the CAT 2018, the slot one. All right. And I hope that all of you have already gone through this paper. So I'm directly going to start this. Okay. I'm directly going to start this. Now, the important thing here is that I'll also tell you that which questions to attempt and which question to leave. And what's the my criteria? I'll tell you my criteria on what basis I'm going to select the questions which I'm going to attempt or which I'm going to leave it in the first round as well as second round. So let's start with the question number 1 here. Okay. Now, if I see question number 1, so it's a time speed distance. So I usually avoid attempting question in based on time speed distance, or probably I'll read it maybe in 1 or 2 seconds. I'll take it time to read it here, because in time speed distance usually it might be a slightly time consuming. Okay, please, slightly time consuming. For example, here it says train T leaves station X for station Y at 3 p.m. Okay, so train T leaves station X for station Y at 3 p.m. So I'll draw here. Always make a habit of drawing it. So train T leaves station X and Y. Now there is a one train which is train T, and this train T, it leaves the station at 3 p.m. Okay, this train T leaves the station at 3 p.m. Train S traveling at 3/4 of the speed of T. So there is another S, and its speed is 3/4. So if I assume the speed of the first train, it is equal to 4x. Then the speed of the second train, it is 3/4. So I can say this is 3x. All right. And this train starts at 4 p.m. So one train starts at 3 p.m. and the another train starts at 4 p.m. here. The two trains pass each other at a station Z. So there is a some station Z, and both the trains pass at this here, where the distance between X and Z is 3/5 of that distance between X and Y. So I can say the distance between X and Z is 3/5 of the overall distance. So let us assume the distance between X, Z, it is equal to 3D, and between Z to Y, that is 2D. So the total is 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5. So I hope that it is clear to all of you. So total will be 3 plus 2, which is equal to 5 now. Now, after that, the two trains pass each other at station Z, where the distance between X and Z is 3/5 of that between X and Y. How many hours does train T take for its journey? So we need to find out what is the time taken by this train T for the journey here. All right. So this is what it has been given to us. Now remember, in such type of the question, one train is starting at 3 p.m., another at 4 p.m. So in 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., this particular train will travel some distance. Yes or no? In 1 hour. In 1 hour, what is the distance traveled? Since the speed of this train we have assumed 4x, so this train will travel a distance of 4x in 1 hour. And this is the position at 4 p.m. Now, this train will reach from here to here. And this train will reach from here to here 4 p.m. So after 4 p.m., the time is constant for both of them. Okay, after 4 p.m., the train T moves from here to here and the train S moves from here to here. And they are meeting each other. So if the time is constant, ratio of speed is always equal to ratio of distances. So ratio of speed is equal to ratio of distances here. So what is the ratio of speed? That is 4:3. So if this distance is equal to this number 3k, but this distance is actually equal to 2d. Yes or no? This distance, it is equal to 2d, or I can say if it is equal to, this will be equal to nothing but that is equal to 4/3k. And if this is equal to 2d, this distance, it must be equal to 4/3 into 2d, which is equal to 8/3d. Okay, 8/3d. Is that clear to all of you? So this is equal to 8d/3. So if I'm getting 8d/3 and this is 2d, so what is this 4x distance? It must be equal to total x to z. From the point x to z, the total distance is equal to 3d. Okay, so this distance 4x, it must be equal to nothing but that is 3d minus 8d by 3, which is equal to 1 by 3d. So we can say the train t is 1 hour. Okay, now from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. is d by 3. And the total distance is 5d. So what is the time taken to travel a total distance of 5d? I can say 5d upon d by 3, which is equal to 15 hour. And this is our answer. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to avoid making an equation. Now, equation is one point. We can definitely frame the equations distance equal to speed into time. That is the only formula. But I've avoided it and simple, logical, logical way I have tried to solve it. So the answer is 15 hours. Now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone in this question. But if you ask me about my attempt, I am going to leave this question in the first round. I always keep saying that you should always try to attempt the question in the rounds, first round, second round, third round, like this one. So I will probably prefer leaving this question in the first round. Because usually the question based on time, speed, distance, it will take some time to understand the story behind that question. It's nothing but it's a story. Once you understand the story properly, you'll get the answers quickly, like the way I have done it here. So any doubts now? Nikita, Damini, Tanya, Sushant, Golu, and everyone. Okay, someone has written that try to mix Hindi. All right. But remember, guys, you all are going to appear in the cat. You all are targeting IIM. So avoid using Hindi. Okay? If you are appearing for some competitive examination, then that is okay to use Hindi. All right, guys. So, समझ में आ गया सबको? Can I move to the next question now? But how will you rate this question? I'll say it's of medium difficulty level. But I'll prefer leaving this question in the first round. Similarly, second round, time, speed, distance, I'll prefer leave. मैं इसे attempt नहीं करूंगा. I'll in the first round I'll always pick the questions which the moment I see the question I know okay how to solve it. So it says or any question which I have done it in the previous the similar type of the question. Familiarity of the question play a major role here. Now it says point P lies between points. So there is A and B. And point P lies between A and B. So there is a point P here. Such that the length of BP is thrice that of AP. So length of BP is thrice that of AP. So AP is a distance D. So BP is equal to nothing but 3D. Now car 1 starts from A. So there is a car 1 which starts from A and move towards B. Simultaneously means at the same time. So both the cars started at the same time. Car 2 starts from B and move towards A. Now it says, okay, car 2 reaches P 1 hour after car 1 reaches. And it also says that if the speed of the car 2 is half that of car 1. So if I assume the speed of equal to x, then the speed of the car 2 that must be equal to x. Okay, that is half. Then the time in minute taken by car 1 to reach to point P. So we basically need to find out what is the time taken by car 1 to reach the point P. This is what we are supposed to identify here. Let's see how we can do it here. Now, the second point it says here, car 2, it says car 2 reaches 1 hour after car 1 reaches P. Okay, 1 hour after car reaches P. So if I say the car 1 is taking a time T, okay, car 1 is taking a time T to travel distance D. Remember, again, I'm trying to use logic here orally. So car 1 is taking a time T to travel distance D. So now speed of car 2 is half. So for distance D, the car 1 is taking T. So for distance D, car 2 will take how much? Because the speed has become half, the distance D, for traveling distance D, this car is going to take a total time of 2D. Because speed of car 2 is half. So for traveling the same distance D, it will take the double time 2T. So for a distance of 3D, okay, because this car is traveling a distance of 3D, it will take a total of how much time? For the distance of total time of 60. So car 2 is reaching to point P in 60. And what is the gap between these two? I've already highlighted it by yellow color. And let me use the laser pointer. Car 2 reaches P 1 hour after car 1 reaches P. So the gap between T and 60, this is equal to nothing, but that is equal to how much? Okay, that is equal to 1 hour. So the gap of this is equal to 1 hour. So if that gap is equal to 1 hour, so it means what? That is equal to 1 hour. All right, guys. So T is equal to 1 by 5 hour, and 1 by 5. 1 by 5 hour, it is nothing but that is equal to 12 minutes. Answer. Because in the question, I need to find out time taken by car 1 in reaching P. So that is equal to 12 minutes. So you can see I have avoided writing any equation here. Is that clear to all of you? Nikita, Golu, Santosh, Tanya, Anupam, and everyone. So question number 1, I will leave in the first round. Question number 2 also, I'll prefer leaving. The moment I see the question, okay, I know there are a lot of stories are there. Length of the question is or 4. So prefer to leaving. I'll come back to this question in the second round. So let's move to the third. So when I was writing the CAT in the year 2018, so the moment I see compounded annually, I know the method. It said John borrowed rupees 2,10,000 from a bank at an interest rate of 10% per annum compounded annually. And the loan was repaid in 2 equal installments. So I know it's a case of equal installment. The first one after 1 year and the second one after another year. The first interest installment is what? Interest of 1 year plus part of the principal, while the second was the rest of the principal amount plus due interest thereon. Then each installment. So I know that it's a very easy one. Why I'll say easy one? Because we have discussed the similar type of lots of questions like this one. So 2,10,000. If I do not pay the EMIs, if I do not pay the installment, then I need to pay how much amount? 10% per annum. So that means that is equal to multiplying factor is 11 by 10 raised to power 2. Yes or no? 1.1 square. But since I'm paying in the installment, so my first installment, it will be X. And in the second month, it will be X into saving is of how much? That is equal to nothing but that is 11 by 10. And we have discussed this approach in the class. I'm assuming that you guys are knowing this approach. Okay. We have discussed this approach in the class. Why we get this like. So this will be comes out to be what? Here the X is equal to common. And X is common into 21 by 10. And this is equal to 210,000 into 121 by 100. Okay. Yes, 1 plus 11 by 10. So that will be 21 by 10, Nikita. All right. So if I cross multiply, X is equal to 210,000 into 121 by 100 into 10 by 21. And from here, after solving this, I'll get the value X is equal to nothing but 1,000,000. And this is the answer. Not worry about the SimCAT, but yes, I remember when I was writing this in the CAT 2018. So I thought, and this was my slot. My slot was also the first slot in the year 2018. So I know the moment I saw this question, I know that my students will be able to do this because we have done similar type of the question. A lot of people will also not be able because most of the people, they do not study the topic installment. But because for the first time installment question was asked in CAT 2018 in the CAT. Okay. But उससे पहले नहीं आया तो कई लोग छोड़ देते, but we have done in the class, so this was easy for me at that point of time. Any doubts to anyone? Okay, if it was the case of 3 EMIs, what will be my equation? Just for a sake of revision, for 3 installment plan, that is 21,000 into 11 by 10 whole cube, and that will equal to X plus X to 11 whole square plus X into 11 by, power 1 and X into 11 by 10 whole square, and so on. This is how you will keep for 4 EMIs, 5 EMIs, 6 EMIs, and so on. Okay, so can we move to the next slide? You'll get a series of GP. If you're not aware, then it means you all need to revise this topic. Now, coming to question number 4. When I saw this question, when I read it, so I know the exact method of solving this because we had done lots of similar questions like in pipes and cisterns or time in work. A tank is fitted with pipes, some filling it and the rest draining it. It also says that all filling pipe fills at the same rate and all draining pipes drain at the same rate. The empty tank gets filled in 6 hours. So 6F. Okay, I'm writing 6F. There are 6 filling pipe and 5 draining pipes are on. So minus 5. Minus because it is a negative now, it is draining. So 6F minus 5D, they are working like 6 filling pipe and 5 draining pipes. They are working together for 6 hours. So the total work is equal to 6F minus 5D into 6. And the same work will be completed in 60 hours when 5 filling and 6 draining pipes are on. So I can say this is equal to 5 filling minus 6 draining pipe, and they work for how many hours? 60 hours. So the work must be equal. And then the question is, in how many hours will the empty tank, the same way, get completely filled when 1 draining and 2 pipes? So 1 draining and 2 filling pipes. So I need to find out what is the time taken by 2 filling pipe and 1 draining pipe. So minus 1 here. So that is the equation. Now tell me, is it something new? You must have solved this type of question when 5 men and 2 women working in some day. The same work can be done by 2 men, 5 women. Then we try to find out the relationship between man and women and then substitute in the third equation. So this is easy. So I need to solve these 2 equations and we can find out the relationship between F and D. So what is this value? That is equal to 6F minus 5D. 6 tens are 60. That is 5F minus 6D into 10. All right, this is what I'll get here. So that will be 6 tens are 60. So I'll say that is 6F minus 5D. It is equal to 50F minus 60D. So I'll get what? 50F minus 5D. That is equal to, sorry, between D and F, that is equal to 4 by 5. All right, guys. So D by F, it is equal to 4 by 5. Now we can solve these 2 equations now, or any equations. Okay, we can solve any equation. So if I solve these 2 equations, so you can say the value of F is equal to 5D by 4. So here equal to F is equal to 5. Okay, F is equal to 5D minus D. D will get, so on this will get the time T, and this time T, it will comes out to be. So this is the answer. So tell me, is it something new? I don't think so. ऐसा कोई नया क्वेश्चन तो नहीं है. All right. Any doubts to anyone now? Please ask me, so that we can move to the next question. All right. So tell me, Nita, Tanya, all of you, Sai, if you are present here, is it something new? No. It's a very standard question. In time and work, you must have done it. It's a very basic question of here. And I think there were 2 questions in this paper which were on this logic, isn't it? 2 questions थे इस पूरे में. All right. Now, question number 5. It says a cat aspirant appears for a certain number of tests. Okay. And his average score increases by 1 if the first 10 tests are not considered. Okay. So I'll say number of tests and then the average. So number of tests, we have no idea. Let's say the number of tests is equal to n and the average is equal to a. So the total will be equal to n into a. His average score increases by 1 if the first 10 tests were not considered. So it means the number of tests is now 9 minus 10, n minus 10. For n minus 10 tests, if the first tests are not considered, the average increased by 1. So the new average is okay. The total score must be equal to n minus 10 into a plus 1. Okay. Total will be I'll say simply multiply. The total will be n minus 10 into a plus 1. Because of which, okay, that is here. If the last test are not considered, means n minus number of tests is still n minus 10. Last 10 were not considered, then the average score decreases by 1. If his average score increases by 1, if the first 10 tests are not considered, and decrease by 1, so I'll say a minus 1. If the last 10 tests were not considered, so the total will in the second case is n minus 10 into a minus 1. Okay. If his average score for the first 10 and the last 10 are 20 and 30. So average score for the first 10 is nothing but that is 20. So what is the total score of the first 10? The total score of the first 10 is 200. So in the second case, there is of 200. I can say average score increases. So I'll say this is NA minus 100. Is that clear to all of you? And in the second case, it will be equal to nothing, but that is equal to NA last 10 tests. So for last 10 tests is equal to 30. So I can say NA minus 300. I think I've written reverse way. All right. Now, you need to take a difference of these two equations. So if I take a difference of these two equations, remember, take the difference of these two and take a difference of these two. So n minus 10 is in any case that is common. And a plus 1 minus of a minus 1, that will be equal to 2. And here, minus 200 minus of minus 300, that will be equal to 100. So n it is equal to 50. So the value of n, it is nothing but that is 60. And this is the answer. So now tell me, any doubts to anyone? We have also done similar type of the question in the class. Is it clear to all of you? Can we move to the next question? All right, guys. So let's move to the next slide. That is question number 6. A very interesting question. Question number 6. It says, in an apartment complex, the number of people aged 50 years. So aged 51 years and above. So there is a one category that is age 51 years and above. Okay. Is 30. How many people are there? There are 30 people. Okay. And there are at most 39 people, maximum of 39 people whose ages are below 41 years. So 40, 51 years. The maximum number of people, it is equal to 39 people. So the number of people will be less than or equal to 39. However, it says the average age. Okay. The average age of all the people in the apartment complex is 38. So the average is equal to nothing but that is 38. This is the average here. What is the largest possible average age in the years of the people whose age is below? So here the average I need to be maximum. Average of these people whose age is below 51. So if this is maximum, so can I say for the people whose age is 51 years and above, the average should be minimum. So I can take the average to be precise to be 51 because it says years and above 1. Yes or no? So this is the average of 51 years and above. So I can assume that all people, for these 30 people, the average is 51. Because for these people who are below 51 years, I need to maximize it. So I'll take this as a smaller. Now, what is this value is equal to? We have no idea. Okay, this is 51. This is the average which needs to be maximum here. Let's say this is equal to X. So applying allegation rule, 51 minus 38, that is equal to 13. And here I can say 51 minus 38 is 13. X should be between 51 and 38. So here I'll get this is equal to 38 minus X. So this is the ratio of the number of people. So here the number of people, it has to be a multiple of 13. And it has to be less than equal to 39. Remember, guys, it has to be less than equal to 39 and it has to be an integer. I can say probably I can take 13 or 26 or 39. Yes or no? 13 into 1, 13 into 26, 13 3s are 39. So in this case, it can be equal to 38. Here, second case 38, 2, 38 minus x. And in the third possibility, that is equal to 3 to 38 more x. But we know that there are 30 people. Yes or no? 30 people. So in this case, if I take is equal to 30, I'll get that is x is equal to 8. Okay. In this case, if I take this is equal to 30, in that case, I'll get x is equal to how much? Tell me. 38 into 2 is 76 minus 2x equal to 30. So that is 46 by 2, that is 23. And here, if I take it here, then 3 into this is equal to 30. So if you solve this of x, which will become, so the maximum possible value of x is nothing but 28 when there are exactly 39 people whose age is below 51. So the answer will be equal to 28. So I think a lot of people might be confused because of this reason, that at most was not mentioned, then you could have get the answers quickly, easily. So now tell me, guys, if there is any doubts to anyone. Damini, Dinkita, Tanya, all of you. Can we move to the next slide if this question is clear to all of you? Very interesting question based on allegation rule or weighted average, we can say. No? Which part? Okay. I'm going to repeat, all of you. Listen very carefully. In an apartment complex, the number of people aged 51 years and above. The age is 51 years and above. ऐसे 30 लोग हैं जिनकी एज 51 है या 51 से ज्यादा है. And at most 39 people whose ages are below 51. So age is below 51. How many such people are there? 39%. So there are 39% जिनकी एज 51 से कम है. 39 या 39 से कम हो सकती है. Maximum 39 हो सकती है. Okay. And the average age of all the people in the apartment, if I combine these two, the average is equal to 38. The question is, what is the largest possible average age of the people whose age are below 51 years? So ये जो 51 years वाले लोग हैं, ठीक है, इनकी एवरेज मुझे क्या है कैलकुलेट करनी है. लेट्स से दैट इज इक्वल टू एक्स, और ये मुझे मैक्सिमम चाहिए, और ये बीच में लाई कर रहा है, और ये मैक्सिमम चाहिए, तो मैं ट्राई करूंगा कि ये मैक्सिमम तभी होगा ना मिनिमम हो एवरेज. बट मिनिमम एवरेज, क्योंकि इन सबकी एज या तो इक्वल होगी या ज्यादा, सो मिनिमम पॉसिबल एवरेज क्या हो सकती है इन सब लोगों की? 51 हो सकती है. एंड नाउ ये 51 है, ये x है, एंड एवरेज ऑफ दीस टू इज इक्वल टू 38. So I take a difference, 51 minus 38 is equal to 13, and 38 minus x. So ratio of the number of people of this two group is 38 minus x is to 13. और यहाँ पे actual number of people जो है, in this case, it has to be less than 39. But ratio में 38 minus x is to 13. So I can say denominator, it should be a multiple of 13. Yes or no? So अब ये क्या क्या हो सकती है? So I can write down the number of people, they are in the ratio 38 minus x by 30. ओके, ये इस रेशियो होना चाहिए. इसका नेक्स्ट मल्टीपल होता है 2 इंटू 38 माइनस एक्स बाई 26. नेक्स्ट मल्टीपल 3 इंटू 38 माइनस एक्स अपॉन 3 इंटू 13, दैट इज 39. और ये जो न्यूमरेटर है ये 30 पीपल है, ये दिस इज इक्वल टू 30 पीपल. सो इस केस में अगर मैं 38 माइनस एक्स इक्वल टू 30 लेता हूं तो एक्स की वैल्यू 8 आती है. इस केस 30 लेता हूं तो यहां से x 23 आ जाता है. और थर्ड केस में अगर ये मैं इंटू 38 माइनस एक्स, तो इसमें x की वैल्यू 28 आती है. ओके, सो देयर values of x 8, 23 and 28, but which one is the maximum? Because the question is talking largest possible averages. X की वैल्यू मुझे मैक्सिमम चाहिए, तो I think that is 28. So that's why the answer is 28. Now tell me if there is any doubts, guys. गोलू, समझ में आ गया? निकिता, दामिनी, तान्या, अनुपम, and everyone. So can I move to the next question? So very interesting question, I'll say. कोई doubt नहीं है. No means I'm assuming no doubt. All right, guys. Seventh. So ये question भी, the moment you see that something like at most or something, so probably you can leave it in the first round. फर्स्ट राउंड में वही क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करने जो तुम्हें देखते ही तुम्हें पता हो कैसे सॉल्व करना है. दैट इज द नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. इट सेज in an examination the maximum possible score is n while the pass mark is percent of n. So pass mark is equal to 0.5 n, 45% of n. A candidate obtained 36 marks. So candidate obtained 36 marks, so I can write down this is equal to 30, but fell short of the pass marks by 68. So it means 68 marks se fail short. So it means that is equal to 0.32 into 0.45 n. ये आ जाएगा 68% कम है ना. तो actually it means what, 32% of passing marks he has got. So 0.32 into passing marks, which is 0.45. A very standard question. So solve this. N is equal to 250. So the correct answer is option C. So ये I think if you have studied the topic of ratio, proportion or percentages, so probably this is might be the first or second question which most of the faculty discuss. Passing mark, percentage का concept explain करने पे. So this was not a new question at all. Any doubts to anyone? Can I move to the next slide? Okay, guys. Let's move to the next question then. 8th. So 8 says, let's see, question number 8. A wholesaler bought walnut and peanuts. So a wholesaler bought walnuts and peanuts. Walnut, the price of walnut per kg being thrice that of the peanut per kg. So the first thing is cost price. Peanut, it is X, and walnut, it is equal to 3X. Then quantity. He sold 8 kg of peanuts at a profit of 10%. So what is the selling price? Selling price is equal to profit of 10%. So 1.1x, cost price is X, so 1.1x into 8. All right. And 16 kg of walnut at a profit of 20%. So I can say that is 3x into 1.2, 20% profit into 16, 20% profit here. So this will give me a total selling price. So this will give me a total selling price. So this will be comes out to be 1.2 into 3. It is equal to 3.6 into 16. That is equal to 57.6. So 57.6x and 8 into 8.8x, which will be 4x. So this is the total selling price. However, the shopkeeper lost 5 kg of walnut and 3 kg of peanut. So he lost a total of 8 kg. Initial quantity combined that is equal to 16 plus 8, a total of 24 kg. And out of 24 kg, 8 kg was lost. He then mixed the remaining nuts and sold the mixture. So it means he sold the remaining 16, that is 4 minus 8 is equal to 16 kg. He sold the mixture at 166 per kg, thus making an overall profit of 25%. Okay. So at what price per kg did the wholesaler buy the walnut? Okay. So I can say shopkeeper, he sold it at 166 per kg. Okay, and how many kg he sold? 16 kg. So selling price of 16 kg is equal to 16 into nothing but that will be equal to 16 kg into 166. Now remember this thing, why? There is a wholesaler and the shopkeeper. We are talking about two persons, so do not be confused. Wholesaler and shopkeeper. So this cost price, quantity and selling price I have written for the wholesaler. So this 64.4x, this 64.4x, this is the CP for shopkeeper. Okay, this is a selling price for wholesaler, but cost price for shopkeeper. So shopkeeper invested 64.4x. And this is the selling shopkeeper. 16 kg sold at 166. And overall, he got a profit of 25%. So 25% means 1.25. Okay, so 1.25. So 1.25, I can say that is equal to 4. Multiplying factor is 5 by 4 into cost price, that is 4x. So now just equate these swap and you'll get x is equal to 32. And once I get x equal to 32, so the question is, at what price in rupees per kg did the wholesaler buy the walnut? So he bought walnut at 3x and the x is equal to 32. So 3 into 32 and the answer will be 96. So the option number A. So this was not a difficult question, but yes, usually we know it's a length of the question is 5 line. I always avoid attempting the questions in the first round which has got more than 3 lines. I follow this rule. I do not know about you guys, but I strictly follow this rule that any question which has more than 3 lines, I'll not attempt in the first round. Maybe easy होगा. अगर easy होगा तो मैं second round में attempt करूँ. My criteria is to find the easy question, not solving each and every question. So can we move to the next slide now? Please respond, all of you. Doable था? Namni, Nikita, Anupam, Sushant. Okay. All right, guys. So let's move to the next set then. 9th. Okay. All right. Now, again, question number 9th. So if I look at here, question number 9th. Okay. Just a minute. So it says 2 types of tea, A and B, are mixed and then sold at rupees 40 per kg. The profit is 10%. Okay. The profit is 10% if A and B are mixed in the ratio 3:2. So A and B, 2 types of tea, if they are mixed in the ratio 3:2, in that case, the profit, okay, at 10%, there was a profit of 10%. And 5% if the ratio is 2:3. If I'm mixing them in the ratio 2:3, the profit is nothing but that is coming out to be equal to 5%. The cost price per kg of A and B are in the ratio. So we need to find out what is the cost price per kg is there. Okay, but the selling price for both of them is equal to nothing but rupees 40 per kg. So if I say, I do not know what is the quantity. Now they are mixed in the ratio 3:2 and 2:3. So if I say the quantity here, this is equal to 3A and this is equal to 2A. And the cost price of A is equal to X and cost price of B is equal to Y. Okay. So what is the total cost price in the first case? Can I say that is equal to 3AX plus 2Y? This is the total cost price. And the profit is 10%. So into 11 by 10, and that will be comes out to be equal to how much? If it is equal to 11 by 10, then this value, it will comes out to be how much? Please tell me, all of you. That is equal to 40, isn't it? That is equal to 40. In the second case, it says, okay, again, if I say that is equal to 2AX plus 3AY into 5% profit. So I can say 105 by 100 and that is equal to 40. So if I solve these two equations, I can find out the ratio of X is to Y. Yes or no? If I solve these two equations, then we can find out the ratio of X is to Y. And what is that ratio coming out to be? What answers I have told you initially? So this was also a doable here. Am I audible? If yes, please respond. Yes. So if you solve these two equations, you all can find out what is the ratio of X is to Y. And I think the answer for this question is equal to, most probably, that is option 2, which is 19 is to 24. The cost price is X is to Y. That will be comes out to be 19 is to 24. So can we move to the next part if this is clear to all of you? Please respond. All right. So let's move to the next question now. Question number 10. Now, question number 10 says humans and robots can both perform a job but at different efficiencies. 15 humans and 5 robots working together take 30 days. So, again, a very standard question. 15 and 5 robots together, they can complete the work in 30 days. So, multiplied by 30 to finish the job. Whereas the same work will be completed by 5 humans and 15 robots in 60 days. So, into 60. The question is how many days will 15 humans working together without any robot? So that is 15h into t. So similar question we have solved right now. So first of all, solve these two equations. If I solve these two equations, we'll get a relationship between h and r. And that relationship will be, comes out to be, if you solve it, it will be equal to h is equal to 5r. Equate these two and you'll get that h is equal to 5r. Now, solve the last two equations. If you substitute h is equal to 5r. So if you substitute h is equal to 5r, then solving this, you'll get the value of t, which will be comes out to be equal to 32. So the answer is option number A. Do you guys want me to discuss the calculation part also? या हो जाएगा? I have not discussed the calculation part in the 9th and 10th. You all can do it. Just discussing the concept, how to solve it. Please respond. If you want me to discuss all the calculation, then only I'll discuss the calculation part. Otherwise, we can move to the next question. Okay. All right, guys. So let's move to the next question here. Question number 11. Okay. Now, question number 11. So in question number 11, what can I say here? Raju and Lalita. So approach is important here in this. Solve it quickly. And Lalita had marbles in the ratio 4:9. So marbles are in the ratio 4:9. Then Lalita gave some of her marbles to Raju. Okay, Lalita gave some of her marbles to Raju. As a result, the ratio of the number of marbles with Raju to that with the Lalita become 5:6. What fraction of her original number of marbles was given by Lalita to Raju? So I'll work on the ratios. Here, the sum of ratios in the first case is 4 plus 9 is equal to 13. Yes or no? 4 plus 9 is equal to 13. And here it is equal to 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. 11. So 4 plus 9 is equal to 13 and 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. That is the sum of the ratios. But even after exchanging, even after Lalita gives some marbles to Raju, okay, the total number of marbles has to be same. Yes or no? Total number of marbles same. Okay, this is the ratio scale. So what I'll do, I'll multiply the first ratio by 11 and second ratio by 13. Such that both of them together has got 143 marble. Okay. So Lalita has got initially how many marbles? 9 into 11. And Raju has got 4 into 11. And Lalita has got now how many marbles? 6 into 13. And Raju has got 5 into 13. So Lalita has got initially, if Lalita has got initially 99 marbles, Raju has got how many marbles? 78 marbles. So Lalita has, okay, sorry, Lalita has got 78. So Lalita has marbles to Raju, 99 minus 78, because the number of marbles with Lalita, it has dropped from 99 to 78. And 99 to 78, what is the difference? That is 21. Which means Lalita has given 21 marbles to Raju. You can see it here. 4 into 11 is 45, 44, and 5 into 13 is 65. So 21 marbles Raju has got extra from Lalita. So the answer is 21. Question is, what fraction of her original number of marbles? So Lalita has got how many marbles? That is 9. Out of 99 marbles, she gave 21 marbles to Razu. So the answer is 21 by 99. And 21 by 99, if you solve it, it will be comes out to be equal to how much? 7 by 33. So the answer is option number A. So this is how you can avoid writing the equation in terms of X or Y. Is that part clear to all of you? Can I move to the next slide? Please respond, everyone. Okay. Let's move to the question number 12 then. A lot of questions from arithmetic were there. Now, question number 12. So it says when they work alone, B needs 25% more time to finish a job than A does. Okay, A and B. Time. B need 25% more, means 1 by 4. 1 by 4 time extra. So if A is taking a total time of 4x, B will take how much? That is 5x. Okay, 25% more. And they too finish the job in 13 days in the following manner. So I can say what is the LCM of 4x and 5x? That is 20x. So let us assume the total work, it is equal to nothing but that is 20x. So how much unit A will complete in one day? He's in 4x days, A is completing 20x. So 20 by 4, that is equal to 5 units. So A is able to complete 5 units and B can complete how many units per day? 20x upon 5x. So 20 by 5, that is equal to 4 here. Now, it says A work alone till half the job is done, means 50%. So I'll say, if I say this is the total work. So for the 50% of the work, 50% work, it is completed by A alone. Then A and B work together for 4 days. Now, after that, A and B, they together work for how many days? That is 4 days. Okay. And finally, B works alone to complete the remaining 5%. So in the last, that is 5% of the work, it is completed by B alone. And it is completed. The work is now completed. So now let's see how the work it can be done. So 50% work, total work is equal to 20x. So 50% work, it means that is 10x. And A is doing. So what is the time taken by A? So the time taken by A to complete 10x unit of work, that is equal to 10x by 5. Why? Because A can do 5 unit per day. So for 10x work, 50%, that is 10x work, he will take how much time? 10x by 5. Now, after that, 5%, and in 4 days, okay, for the B, last 5% of the work, 20x, 10% is equal to 2x. So 5%, it is equal to nothing, but that is equal to basically x only. And this x unit work is done by B alone. So what is the time taken by B? That is equal to x by 4. Okay, and 45%, this is 4x, it is equal to 45. You can see it. Or the remaining work is nothing but now 9. Okay, 10x and x. Here this is 10x, B is doing x work alone. So remaining work is now 9x. So this work 9x, it is done by A and B together. And A and B together, they can complete 5 plus 4, 9 units per day. So the time needed is 9x by 9. And this total time, it is equal to 30. So solve this, you'll get the value of x is equal to 4. And if x is equal to 4, the question is, in how many days B alone? So B alone is taking how much time? 5x. So the answer is 5. Okay. 4, which is equal to 20. Option C. So again, use the LCM approach. It is usually easy. So any doubts to anyone in question number 12 now? Is that clear? Nikita, Golu, Susant, Anupam, Damini, everyone? Okay. So let's move to the next slide then. 13. Again, based on arithmetic. In fact, all the questions were based on arithmetic here. First couple of questions. Okay. It says a trader sells 10 liters of mixture of paint A and B. So A and B together not exceed that of A. Okay, does not exceed that of A. So it means A is always greater than equal to B. The amount of B in the mixture does not exceed. So B can, at the max, it can be equal or it will be always less. Now, there are two things. I'll discuss it by two different approaches here. It says the cost of paint A per liter is rupees 8 more than the paint B. So there are two things, that is A and B. A is equal to Y liter. Okay, and B is then 10 minus Y liter. Why? Because A and B, this is the quantity. All right. So A has got Y liter and B has got 10 minus Y. Or sorry, paint A is Y liter, paint B is 10 minus Y liter. The cost of A, so next factor is equal to cost. So the cost of paint A per liter is rupees 8, more than that of paint B. So paint B, the cost is Y. So for A, the cost is equal to X plus 8. Okay, X plus 8 here. Now, so I can say that is equal to what? The total cost is X plus 8 into Y plus 10 into X. And trader sells the entire mixture for 264 at a profit of 10%. So in 264, there is a profit of 10%. So the cost price is 264 upon 1.1. Okay. And 1.1, that will be equal to 240. So solve this equation. Remember, xy and xy will get cancelled. That is xy plus 8y plus 10x minus xy, which is equal to 40. Xy and xy will get cancelled. And then if I divide by 2, I'll get that will be equal to 4y plus 5. Now, tell me one thing. 4y plus 5x is equal to equation I got here. Okay. Now, again, we know this is quantity of B. A with A is this, and with quantity of B, and always greater than equal to B, which means Y, or I can greater than equal to 5. Yes or no? Y must be greater than equal to 5. So Y must be greater than equal to 5. So if I take the minimum value of Y is equal to 5, what is the value of X in that case? If I put Y equal to 5, what is the value of X in that case? Please tell me. Such that X is equal to 120. If Y is minimum, like 4 into 5, 20, what is the value of X? That is equal to 20. Yes or no? X is equal to 20 here. So the question is highest possible cost of pen. Now further it will decrease. We know if the sum of the two number is constant, if I increase the value of Y, the value of X will decrease at a step of 4. Yes or no? Whenever there is an equation like ax plus by, the sum of the two number is constant. If one value increase, the other value will decrease. So I have got one of these solution as 520. So if I increase, this is the minimum value of y. After this, y will keep on increasing. So x will keep on decreasing. It will be comes out to be less than 20, maybe 19, 18, 17 if it is an integer. So the maximum possible value is nothing but option B, which is 20. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond now. Any doubt? No. All right, guys. Now, the second other alternative method here, we can also do it by using alligation rule. Just see how I can do it by alligation rule. Now, here, what is happening in this case? Let's see here. What is the cost price of the mixer? That is 264 by 1.1. Yes or no? The total selling price is equal to 264 for the mixer, and there is a profit of 10%. So 1.1, that is equal to 240. So this 240 is the cost price of 10 liter. So per liter, the cost price is rupees 24. Per liter, the cost price is 24. That is the average. So average cost price is 24. Okay, average. And now there is a A and B. The quantity of A is more than B. If the cost price of A is equal to B is equal to X, then A is equal to X plus 28. and I need to find out the maximum value of x. Yes or no? I need to find out the maximum possible value of x. So for maximum possible value of x, I should say b should be also maximum. So I take the ratio 5 and 5. If I say this quantity is also 5, this quantity is also 5. Or if maximum here, so in that case, the ratio of the quantity is 1:1. So that means that is only possible if it is equal to 20 and if it is equal to 28. 28 and 20, the average will be exactly in the middle, which is 24. All right. So yes, it is x plus 8, not 20. X plus 8 hoga Nikita. By mistake, I have written x plus 28. Is that clear to all of you now? The maximum possible value of x is possible when the quantity is also maximum. The maximum possible value of b is equal to 5. And if b is equal to 5, it means a is also 5. So the ratio of the quantity is 1:1 if I'm mixing them in the equal quantities. So in that case, it will be equal to nothing but ratio, since I need to be 1:1. So this will be comes out to be this and this. Is that clear to all of you? 20 and 20 plus 8 is 28. So I hope that now it is clear. Or you can say that the ratio here, this will be equal to what? X plus 8 minus 24. And this is equal to 24 minus x. And the ratio of these two, it has to be 1:1. If you solve this in the ratio 1:1, then you'll get the answer 20. X is equal to 20. So I hope that now it is clear to all of you. All right, guys. So let's move to the next slide. 14 questions from arithmetic. Now it says the distance from A to B is 60 kilometer. Okay, let's see. So question number 14. It says the distance from A to B is 60 kilometer. So that is A to B. It is 60 kilometer. Now Partha and Narayan, there are two persons, Partha and Narayan. It says started from A at the same time. So Partha started from A as well as Narayan also started from A at the same time and moved towards B. Partha take 4 hours more than Narayan to reach B. So if the Narayan is taking a total time, then the Partha is taking plus 4 hours. Moreover, Partha reaches the midpoint of A and B. So Partha reaches to the midpoint of A and B. Midpoint. So Partha reaches to the midpoint of A and B 2 hours before Narayan reaches B. So Narayan reaches B in T hours. So can you say Partha reaches to midpoint in T minus 2 hours? 2 hours before that. So T minus 2 hours. It means what? T minus 2 hours. Partha at midpoint, it has taken T minus 2 hours. And to reach to B, it is taking T plus 4 hours. So to travel half distance, can you say Partha has taken a total of 6 hours? The gap between T minus 2 to T plus 4. So Partha is taking 6 hours. And midpoint, so this distance is equal to 30. So Partha can travel 30 in 6 hours. So what is the speed of Partha? That's 30 by 6 equal to 5. So the answer is option number C, which is 5. And you must have observed that the first 40 question, all the question which was from time, speed, distance, I have tried solving using logic instead of writing any equations here. Clear now? Any doubts to anyone? Even if someone who has not studied any topic, who has studied only arithmetic, जिसने केवल arithmetic पढ़ के भी गया तो वो 14 के 14 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर सकता था. Okay, you need to make any one particular topic strong. All right, guys. So let's move to the next question now. 15. It says point EFGH lies on the sides AB, BC, CD, and DA respectively of a square ABCD. So there is a square ABCD, and then there is a point EFGH. We got it like this one. Yes. I'll also say one more thing. So point EFGH are on this side here. whose area is 62.5% of that, and CG is longer than EB. So CG is longer than EB. That is the important here. So I'll say ABCD. So I'll say, let's say we can say ABCD and CG. So I'm saying okay. So let's say this is equal to A, this is point B, this is point C, this is point D. And then E, F, G, and H. Now tell me, Damini and all of you, have you seen such question somewhere else? Similar question, yaad karo, few days back, maybe in the last week? Yes or no? Tell me if you have seen this question. In the meanwhile, I'll say. Now I need to find out the ratio of length of EB to that of CG is equal to the ratio of length of EB to that of the CG. So if EB is equal to 1, then AE I am taking as K. So this is 1 and K, 1 and K, and then 1 and K. They must be equal. All right. So this is 1 and K. And this area, it is equal to 62.5%. This area is equal to 62.5%. So I can say, what is this length? This is 1 and K. This is a 90 degrees. So this distance is equal to 1 plus K square. Yes, you can solve it with the help of the option. This is equal to nothing but 1 plus K square, root of 1 plus K square. You can also do by the option ratio is 1:3 or 3:8, 2:5, and on the basis of that. So this is root of 1 plus K square. So what is the area of this EFGH? That is equal to root of 1 plus K square ka whole square upon area of the ABCD, that is equal to 1 plus K whole square, and that is equal to 62.5%. That is 3 by 8. Okay. So sorry guys, root of 1 plus K square into whole. So this implies that 1 plus 2K, and that is equal to nothing but that is equal to 3 by 8. And after solving this, you can find out that the value of K, it is equal to 3. So the answer is option D. Now, exactly same question was asked in which paper? IPM 2019. Okay, we have solved a couple of days back IPM papers now. In that case, the options were that ratio was given that it is divided in the ratio 1:n. If it is divided in the ratio 1:n, then what is the ratio of area of these two square? And the options were like, that was one of the option. This was also one of the option given here. Yaad aaya aap kuch? Nikita, Damini, Tanya, all of you. So exactly same question was asked in IPM 2019 paper also. You can see it's a repetition. IIM Indore has asked that question in 2019, which was a copycat of CAT 2018 paper. So I hope that now it is clear. Can we move to the next question? I'm assuming that you all have gone through all the 45 questions of IPM 2019, which I have discussed last week. Okay, guys, let's move to question number 16. A very standard question when I see that. In a circle, two parallel chords are on the same side of a diameter, have length 6 and 4. Okay, so there are two parallel chords and the diameter length 4. If the distance between these two chords is 1 centimeter, find the radius here. So we know the distance between these two chords is nothing but that is equal to 1 centimeter. So you can write down this is 1 centimeter. And it is always perpendicular. And dropping from the center, it will bisect the chord. So I can say this length is 2, this length is 2. This length is 3, this length is 3. And the radius, it is equal to R. Let's say this is X. And the radius, this is also equal to R. So there are two equations. I'll say, let's say this is point A, B, and C, and D and E. So in triangle ABC, right angle triangle, I can say R square is equal to X square plus 3 square. Okay, R square is equal to X square plus 3 square. All right. Now, yes, Priyank. R square is equal to X square plus 3 square. You are late, I think. Just forward the videos if you are joined right now. Okay. And in the triangle ADF, in triangle ADE, Okay, I can say that is x plus 1 whole square plus 2 square, it is equal to r square. Equate these two. If I equate these two, you can find out the value of x by equating these two. And the value which I have got by equating these two, x will comes out to be 2. And if x is equal to, substitute in any one equation, so answer is option A. Any doubts to anyone now in this question? Please tell me. Damini, Nikita, Priyang, and everyone. So can we move to the next question? Please respond. Take your time and tell me. No. All right, guys. So let's move to the next question, number 16. 17. In a circle with a center O and radius 1 centimeter. So there is a circle with a center O and the radius 1 centimeter. So this is the radius is 1 and 1. An arc AB, so arc AB, makes an angle of 60 degree at O. 60 degree at O. Let R be the region bounded by the radii OA, OB and the arc AB. So that is a sector. Okay. So R, the region R, it is nothing but that is sector OAB. Okay, sector OAB. All right. If C and D are 2 points on OA and OB respectively, such that OC equal to OD. So let me see, this is C and this is D. This one. So triangle OCD, it must be equilateral triangle. Yes or no? That triangle OCD, it must be an equilateral triangle because it is 60 and these two lengths are equal, OC equal to OD. So this is also 60, this is also 60. So I can say, let's say the length of this is equal to nothing but that is equal to how much we can take as x and x and x. This is what I need to find out. Then the area of triangle OCD is the half of that R. So first of all, I need to find out area of the sector. And what is the area of the sector? That is 60 by 60. So 60 by 360 into pi r square. So this value, it will be comes out to be equal to pi by 6. So area of the triangle OCD, area of the triangle OCD, it is equal to half of the sector. That is equal to pi by 12, pi by 6 into 1 by 2. I make it half. And area of triangle OCD, it's an equilateral triangle. So root 3 by 4 x square, it is equal to pi by 12. So x square, it is equal to 4 pi by root 3. So x square, it is equal to pi by this option number. This is this pi by 3 root 3 into by raised to power 1 by 2. Here it is option 1. Is it clear to all of you? Please respond now. Can I move to the next slide? Take your time and tell me now, all of you. Damini, Susant, Nikita, Golu, Tanya. Okay, guys. So let's move to the next question. So we are halfway done. So let's do the remaining 17 question now. Now, it is again from geometry. In a parallelogram ABCD. Okay. All right. So I'll say in a parallelogram ABCD. So there is a parallelogram ABCD. Okay, let me mark that is A, B, C, D. Of area 72, the sides CD and AD have length 9 and 16. So CD is equal to 9 and AD is equal to 16 here. Let P be a point on CD such that AP is perpendicular to CD. So AP is perpendicular to CD. So I take a point here, AP is perpendicular to CD. Then the area of the triangle APD, area of the triangle APD. Now we know area of the parallelogram. Okay, area of the parallelogram, it is equal to nothing but that is equal to base into height. Yes or no? Simply base into height. So the base is nothing but 9. On base 9, the height is equal to AP. So area of the parallelogram is equal to base into height. So 9 into AP, which is equal to 72. So the length of AP, it is coming out to be equal to 8. So length of AP is equal to 8. And ADP is a right angle triangle. So this is equal to 16. This is equal to 8. So can you guys tell me what is the length of DP is equal to? We need to find out the ADP. So the length of AP DP, use Pythagoras theorem, that is root of 16 square minus 8 square. Okay, 16 square minus 8 square. So 16 square minus 8 square, that will be comes out to be equal to 8 root 3. So what is the area of this triangle? That is half to base 8 into 8 root 3. So that is equal to 32 root 3, which is option number C. Is that clear to all of you? So this was also an easy, straightforward question. So can I move to the next question? Okay, say something. In the chat also you are getting a message like something like say something. Okay, so let's move to the next question then. 19. So it says, let ABC be a rectangle inscribed in a circle of radius 30. There is a circle. Okay. And inside this circle, there is a rectangle of radius 30. Which of the following can represent the possible length? And radius is 30. So diagonal, it is equal to 26. And this angle is 90 degree. So which of the following can be the possible length and breadth of the ABCD? So it must be the, yes, Pythagorean triplet. We can say this is equal to what? 2 into 13. Na? So I think the possibility is 5, 12, 13 ka triplet, yes or no? So 5, 12, 13. So that can be equal to 5 into 2, and that is will be 12 into possibilities here, integer sides. So that is equal to 10 and 24. So the answer is option number A. This is the easiest question among all the 34 questions. So the answer is 10 and 24. Is that clear? Can I move to the next question now? If I'm audible, please respond, everyone. Okay. Now, question number 20. It says a right circular cone. Okay, so there is a right circular cone of height 12 feet, stands on its base, has a diameter 8. So the diameter is equal to 8 here. So this is the diameter which is equal to 8. So radius, it is equal to 4. The tip of the cone is cut off with a plane which is parallel to the base and 9 feet from the base. So it is cut. So this distance, it is 9 feet from the, this distance, it is equal to 3 feet, and the total is 9 plus 3, which is 12. The volume in the cubic feet of the remaining part of the cone. So I need to find out the volume of the frustum. Volume of this frustum. Okay. And we know that the ratio of the volume of two similar figures is always proportional to the cube of corresponding side. Okay. So if I say this is my part A and this is my part B. So volume of A to the volume of A plus B. A is a cone and A plus B together is a cone. Height of the A, figure A, the cone A, that is equal to 3. And the height of the cone A plus B, that is equal to 12. So volume is always proportional to the cube of the corresponding side. So 3 by 12 cube, 3 by 12 cube, that will be equal to 1 by 64. Now the question is the volume in cubic feet of the remaining part of the cone. So if I say the volume of A, it is equal to nothing, is to volume of B. What is the ratio? That is 1 is to 63. Okay, that will be comes out to be 1 is to 63. Just a minute. Yes. So volume is equal to 1 is to 63. And what is the total volume of A plus V? So volume of A plus volume, okay, volume of A plus B, the complete figure, that is pi into R square, that is equal to 4 square, into H, height, which is equal to 12, into 1 by 3. Okay, volume of cone is always 1 by 3 into pi R square into H. So this value, it will be, comes out to be equal to how much? Pi into 3 fours are, that is equal to 64. A plus B together, it has got a volume of 64 pi. So volume of A, it will be equal to pi, and the volume of B, it has to be equal to 63 pi. So what is the answer? That is 63 pi, 63 into 22 by 7. So 7 nines are 63. So that is 9 into 22. And 9 into 22, that will be equal to 198. So this is the answer, 198. So this was also an easy question. If there is any doubt, please raise your doubt, all of you, quickly. Okay, let's move to question number 21 now. Again, a very easy one. I'll do, I'll simply divide these two equations. So what will I get? X raised to power 2018 into y raised to power 2017 upon x 2016 into power 2019. It is equal to 1 by 2 divided by 8. So 1 by 2 into 8. So this will be equal to x square. This is 2 raised to power 19. So x square by y square, it is equal to 1 by 16. So I can say x is equal to 1 by 4. So x is equal to, or y is equal to nothing but that is 4x. So y is equal to 4x. And once you get y equal to 4x, substitute in any of the equation. Let's say I substitute in this equation. Y is equal to 4x. X raised to power 2016 into y is equal to 4x. So 4x raised to power 2019 is equal to 8. So x raised to power 2016 into y is equal x raised to power, this is 19. X raised to power 2009 into 4 raised to power 2019 is equal to 8. So x raised to power 2016 plus 2019, that is equal to 4035 into 4 is equal to 2 square. So I'll get 2 raised to power 4038, and this is equal to 2 cube. So I'll get x raised to power 4035 is equal to 2 raised to power 3 upon 2 raised to power 4038, which is equal to 2 raised to power minus 4035. Okay, 2 raised to power minus 4035 here. So from here, or I can say x equal to nothing but that is half. Okay, or x is equal to half here. 2 raised to power minus 1. Now compare the power 4035. So x is 2 raised to power minus 1, which is half. So if x is equal to half, here, y is equal to 4 into 1 by 2. So y is equal to nothing but 2. So x is half, y is equal to 2. So the question is x square plus y cube. So 1 by 2 square plus y cube. So the answer will be equal to 33 by 4. So this was also doable. Option number B. Any doubts to anyone now in question number 21? Please respond, everyone. No? Can I move to the next slide then? If there is no doubts to anyone. Okay, question number 22. This question I also found to be very, very, very easy. I'll tell you my reason here. Okay, x is equal to. Now, we have studied one thing in the class, if you remember, guys, that is a raised to power log b. It is always equal to b raised to power log b. We have discussed its derivation. That a raised to power log b. Normal जो 9 to 10 rules are there, That everyone know. And I told you that this is also very important and additional rule also. I've taken a couple of questions in the class also. So it is based on this. For the first time in the CAT, in the history of CAT, they have asked here. Now, matlab you can use it quickly. There are other methods also. So I can say 3 raised to power log 2 to the base 5. It is same as 2 raised to power log 3 to the base 5. So which means what? And this is equal to 2 raised to power x. Now compare power. So x is equal to nothing, that is log 3 to the base of x is equal to log 3 to the base of 5. Which of the option? Definitely first option is not possible. Second option is satisfied. Second option, 1, that 1 is carry, I can write down log of 5 to the base 5 plus log of 3 by 5 to the base 5. So that is equal to log of, it will be comes out to be what? 5 na, so 5 AB. So log 5 यहाँ जाएगा. That is the option number 2. So the correct answer is option number 2. So you can see if which you have discussed it, can do it quickly, isn't it? Any doubts now? Can we move to the next question then? All right, guys. So let's move to the next question. 23. Again, a very standard type of the question. It is log of 81 to the base 12. It is equal to P. So I can see 4 minus P upon 4P plus P. So वहीं से answer hint मिल रहा है that this is equal to nothing but log of 3 raised to power 4 to the base of 12 which is P. So I'm getting that is 4 log 3 the base of 12. It is equal to P. So I'm getting log 3 to the base of 12. It is equal to nothing but P by 4. And log 3 to the base of 12, it is equal to what? I can say log 3 to the base of 12, 3 raised to power 4 है ना? Yes. So P by 4 is equal to, I can log 3 upon log 12. It is equal to P by 4. Or if I take a reciprocal of this, that means what? 12 by log 3. It is equal to 4 by P. Use componendo and so 4, which means log 12 minus log 12 plus log 3. Okay. So log A minus B is equal to log A by B. So it means log of log A plus log B is equal to log A into B. So log of 12 into 3 is equal to 4 minus P upon 4P. So it means that is equal to log 4 upon log of 36. It is equal to 4 minus P upon 4 plus P. Log 4 is equal to 2 log 2. Log 2 square. Log 36 is 6 square. So that is equal to 2 log 6. It is equal to. So this from here. Log upon log 6. It is equal to 4 minus P upon 4 plus P. But in the question, they have asked 3 times this. So multiplied by 3. So if I'm multiplying this by 3, I need to multiply this by 3. Okay. So log 2, it will be 3 log 2. That will be equal to log of 6. Log 8. 8 to the base. That is log 8 to the base of 6, which is option number 1. A very standard question. No twist and turns here. Any doubts to anyone now in this question? Question number 23. Please respond if there is any doubts to anyone. There are 3 questions of log here. Damni, Nikita, Sushant, Anupam, Golu, everyone, guys. If there is no doubt, no. Okay. So let's move to question number 24. Again, based on log. So here, first equation, I'll 2 raised to power 3. So 5 plus log of a to the base of 3, it is equal to 2 raised to power 3. So I'm getting log of a to the base of 3 is equal to 2 raised to power 3 minus 8 minus 5, 3. So I can say a, it is equal to 3 raised to power 3. By converting log to exponential or exponential to log. Now, second equation. 5 raised to power 3. Yes or no? Base raised to power 3. So I'll get 4a plus 12 plus log of b to the base of 12. It is equal to 5 raised to power 3. And a is equal to 27. Substitute it here. So 4 into 27 plus 12 plus log of b to the base of 12. It is equal to 125. So log b to the base of 12. 4 into 27 is equal to 108. 108 plus 12. That is 120. And 125 minus 120, that is equal to how much? That is 5. And this is 2. So now again take the power. So b is equal to 2 raised to power 5, which is 7. B is 32. So what should be my final answer? A plus B. It is equal to 27 plus 32. And 27 plus 32, it will be equal to 59. So again, a question which was easy, not a difficult one. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond, everyone. No. All right, guys. So let's move to the next question. 10 more questions are remaining. 25th, again a very standard question. Take this term on the left hand side. U square minus plus 4v into u plus v plus u minus 2v minus 1 equal to 0. So what I can say, this is u square plus 4v into u. So that can be written as 4v as 2 into 2v into u. And open 4v into v, that is 4v square. So that is 2v whole square plus u minus v whole square equal to 0. So again, the first part is a perfect square, that is u plus 2v. So u plus 2v whole square plus u minus 2v minus 1 whole square equal to 0. Now sum of two perfect square is 0. That is only possible if each of the terms are 0. Means this is 0, this is 0. So I've got that u plus 2v equal to 0. And second equation, u minus 2v minus 1 equal to 0. So u minus 2v, it is equal to 1. And now we also know that it is equal to 0. Add these two equations. So I'll get u, it is equal to half. Okay, u is equal to half. So once we get u is equal to half, you can substitute the value of u in any of the equations and you'll get v. V is equal to minus 1 by 4. So u is half and v is minus 1 by 4. So the question is find the value of u plus 3v. Okay, so u is equal to half minus 3 by 4. So half minus 3 by 4, I think that will be comes out to be equal to which one? 1 by 4 or minus 1 by 4? I think the answer is what? U is equal to half and v is equal to minus 1 by 4. So u minus 3 by 4, that is equal to minus 1 by 4. So the correct answer should be option D, minus 1 by 4. So any doubts now? This was also easy. We have done such type of question by converting the equation in the form of a perfect square. Let's move to question number 26. F11 is given, F15 is given, F10 is 9. And each and every term is a sum of previous two terms. Yes or no? F of x plus F of x plus 1. So I'll say F10. Let's say it is equal to A. F11, it is equal to 91. So what is F12? F12 is equal to sum of previous two terms. That is 91 plus A. So what is F13? F13 is the sum of previous two terms. 91 plus 91, that is equal to 182 plus A. Okay, yes, it's a Fibonacci series. So F14. F14 is the sum of previous two terms. That is equal to 182 plus 91. That is 2 plus 1, 3. And 80 plus 19 is equal to 27. So 273 plus. So what is F15 is equal to? So F15, after F14, it is F15. So F15 is the sum. That is equal to 3 plus 2, 5, and 8 plus 7, 15, 5 carryover is 1. So that is 455 plus 3a. And this is equal to 617. So solve this and you can find out what is the value of a 54. So this is the answer. So also a very easy one. Recursive series, which is known as recursion. Can I move to the next question now? 27. Okay. If there is a doubt, you can ask me. Now, question number 27. 2 raised to power x here. So 2 raised to power x. Now, so we know that is 2 raised to power 0 is 1. 2 raised to power 1. 2 is square. And at the max, it can be equal to 2 raised to power 5, 32. 2 raised to power 6, 64. 2 raised to power 7, 128. Even I can take 1 by 2, 2 raised to power minus 1. 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. But can it be equal to 2 raised to power minus 2? Because 2 raised to power minus 2, it is equal to 1 by 4, which is equal to 0.25 here. Okay, 0.25. So it can be equal to 2 raised to power minus 2 also. And 2 raised to power minus 3 will not lies in this range. So these are the possible values of here. Okay. So from here, what are the values of x? The values of x, it is equal to minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then it says 2 raised to power x plus 2 is perfectly divisible by. So what are the values of 2 raised to power x? I can simply say 2 raised to power minus 2, that is equal to 1 by 2. 2 raised to power 0 is 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 6. 28. This is 2 raised to power x. And in this case, I need to add 2. Okay, here we need to add 2. So if you add 2, that will be, comes out to be what? It is divisible by either 3 or 4. So ये दोनों केस तो ruled out हो जाएंगे. So 1 plus 2, it is equal to 3. 2 plus, so 2, it is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. 32 plus 2 is equal to 34. 64 plus 66. 128 plus 2 is 130. Then it is perfectly divisible by either 3 or 4. So I think this will be case. This. 12 is also there. 66 is also multiple of 3 but not of 4. So how many of these values? The answer is 5. Okay, so there are 5 numbers which are a multiple of either 3 or 4. So the answer is 5. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond, everyone. So can I move to the next question if this part is clear to all of you? Question number 27 is clear to all of you, so that then we can move to the next question. In case there is a doubt, please ask me. I'm still here. Okay, no doubt. So let's move to the next question then. Now, question number 28. When multiplying 3 real numbers, Ashok took one of the number as 73 instead of 37. So A into B to 73. As a result, the product went up by 720. So this is equal to A into B into 37. So instead of 37, when he took 73, the product is actually went up by 720. So plus 7. So I'll say A into B into 73 minus A into B into 37. That is equal to 720. So what is 73 minus 37? That is equal to 36. So A into B 36, it is equal to 720. So A into B, that is equal to 20. Then the minimum possible value of the summer. So it says A into B is 20. Then I need to find out the minimum possible value of A square plus B. And we know if the product is constant and there is a symmetry, so the minimum value will exist when both A and B are equal. Okay. So A into B, it is equal to 20. So A into B is equal to 20, and I need to find out the minimum possible value of A square plus B square. So what are the two numbers? Can I say each of the number, it must be equal to root? They are real numbers. Now, nowhere it has been mentioned that they are integers. So A into B is equal to 20. So each of the number I can take A as well as equal to B. It has to be equal to root 20. So what is the value here? Root 20 square plus root square. And that will be comes out to be equal to what? 20 plus 20, that is 40. So the answer should be 40. Okay, does anywhere it has been mentioned that these numbers are these numbers are integers? No, it simply says real numbers. So the correct answer should be 40. All right. Damini, clear hai? Not 5 into 4. They are real numbers. So it's not necessary they are integers. So can we move to the next question, guys, now? So 28 is done. 29. Now 29 says how many numbers with 2 or more digits can be formed with the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so that in every such number, each digit is used at most once and digits appear in the ascending order. Okay. So if I need a 2-digit number, so out of 9 numbers, if you select any 2-digit, then I'll get all the 2-digit number, 9C2. Like if I select the number 1 and 3, so I'll get only one number 1 and 3. If I select the number 3 and 4, they must be in the ascending order. So I do not need to arrange. So out of 9 numbers, if you pick any 2 numbers, I'll get a 2-digit number. And there will be exactly one 2-digit number. I can't say, let's say if I'm picking 1 and 3, so 1 and 3 is one number and 3 and 1. Arrangement nahi karna hai. Why? Because they have to be in the ascending order. So there is only one possible ways here. Similarly, how many 3-digit numbers can be formed? So out of 9 numbers, select any 3 numbers. So that is number 9C3, 4-digit number 9C4, 5-digit number 9C5, 6-digit 9C6, 7-digit 9C7, 8-digit 9C9. Now, how to do this calculation? So if you remember, I told you add one more number 9C1 plus 9C0. So this entire sum is equal to 2 raised to the power 9. But 9C0 is equal to 1 and 9C is equal to 9. So this sum of these first two is equal to 1 plus 9. Okay, that is equal to 10. And 2 raised to the power 9, it is equal to 500. So what is the required sum? To here, it is equal to 500 minus 10, which is 5. Now tell me if there is any doubts to anyone in this question. Question number 29. No. So can we move to the next question, guys, then? Question number 30. Again, a very, very standard question. Question number 30. I think ये question class में discuss करते वक्त भी मैंने बताया था कि when it was an offline paper till 2008, the same question was asked 4 times. Okay, it can be a mixture of 2 linear equation or quadratic. So here is one quadratic and linear. So first of all, I'll equate these 2 equations. That is 2x square is equal to 52 minus 5x. That will give me the point of intersection. Okay, Damini, I'll come back to question number 29. Just wait. Okay, let me explain this one. So 2x square is equal to 52 minus 5x. So if I equate this equation, 2x square x minus 52 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus b, that is minus 5, plus minus root of b square, that is 5 square 25 minus 4ac. So into 2 into minus 52 upon 2a, that is 2 into 2. So x is equal to minus 5 plus minus root of this term inside the bracket. It will be comes out to be 441 by 4. So x is equal to minus 5 plus minus 21 by 4. So x is equal to nothing but minus 5 minus 21 by 4, or I can say that is equal to minus 5 minus plus 21 by 4. So x is equal to nothing but that is equal to minus 13 by 2, and that is the intersection of these two here. And I also told you in the class, if you remember, that whenever there is a one quadratic and one line, you need to be very, very careful here. 2x square, the graph of 2x square. Okay, the graph of 2x square, a parabola passing through origin. 2x square. Now the another one is equal to 52 minus 5x. It's a decreasing line. Okay, so it will be like this. So these two curves are meeting at 2 points. And what are those 2 points? Minus 13 by 2 and 4. So this point here, this is 4. X is 4. Okay. And at this point, x is equal to minus 13 by 2. And here there is a one thing which is important. X is any positive real number. Okay. Let me select a heighter. X is any positive. And I need to take a minimum of these two curves. So positive real number. So my graph will be only in the first quadrant like this. And okay. So how does this my graph of this function? Let me represent it. It goes from origin to like this one for positive real number. So only the yellow shaded region is the graph. And then it will be a straight line like this. So this is the point at where x is equal to 4. And can you say this is the nothing but this is the my peak? My graph not go above this, because I need to take the minimum of the two curve. So in the first quadrant, the minimum of the two curve is the yellow line. One blue curve and one is green. So among the blue and green, I need to take a minimum one. So my answer will exist at x equal to 4. I need to find out the maximum possible value of f of x. So at x equal to 4, what is the value of y? So the answer is 52 minus 5 into 4, which is equal to 32. And this is the answer. So the answer for this question is 32. So I hope that now it is clear to all of you. Question number 30. Okay. Now I'm going back to question number 29 just for a minute. So Damini has a doubt. Damini, just sit here. It says how many numbers with 2 or more digits can be formed with the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so that in every such number, each digit is used at most once. Means repetition is not allowed. And the digits appear in order. So 2 or more digit. How many 2-digit number can be formed? Out of 9 numbers, if I pick any 2 numbers, I'll get 2-digit number. Out of 9 numbers, 3-digit. Let's say out of these 9 numbers, I pick the number 1 and 3 and 5. So how many 3-digit numbers can be formed such that the numbers are in ascending order? Only one number ना, that is 1, 3, 5. अगर मैं 4 नंबर पिक करता हूं 9 में से, let's say 1, 3, 5, 7, तो एक ही नंबर फॉर्म होगा, that is 1, 3, 5, 7, क्योंकि सारे नंबर ascending में होने चाहिए. So that's why it is simply the selection 9C2, 9C3, 9C4 and so on. I hope that now it is clear to you, Damini. So can we move to the next question, guys? 30 is done. So let's move to question number 31 now. Am I audible? Okay. Now 31 says each of 74 students in a class studies at least one of the 3 subjects, that is H, E and so there are 3 subjects, that is H, E and P. all the 74 students studies these subjects. 10 students study all three. So this is equal to 10 students all three. While 20 student H and E but not P. So this is equal to 20. And every student who studies P also studies H or E or both. So only P is 0 because everyone who is studying P, they study H or E or both. So only P it has to be equal to 0. If the number of students studying H is equal to that of E, so number of students studying H is equal to E. So let's say sum of these two values, it is equal to K. So sum of these two values also equal to K. Because in that case, in E, the total number of student is equal to 30 plus K. And in H also, it is equal to nothing, but that is equal to 30 plus. They are equal. Then the number of students studying in H is, so I need to find out the value of K. So now we can say the total number of students in H, it is equal to 30 plus K, and in E plus K, and this is equal to 74. The sum of all the 7 areas is 74. So I've added sum of all the 7 areas. So from here, I'll get that is 74 minus 34, 30, that is equal to 44, and 44 by 2, that is equal to 22. K is equal to 22. So the number of students studying H, so number of students who are studying in H, it is equal to 30 plus K. So that is 30 plus 22, which is equal to 52. And this is the answer. So an easy question based on set theory. Any doubts to anyone now in question number 31? Okay. So let's move to the next question then, 32. Okay. Consider an equilateral triangle T1 with side 24. 24 and 24. A second triangle T2 is formed by joining the midpoints. We know that whenever we join the midpoints of the sides, the length will always become half of the third side and it will be parallel. So this length will be 12 and 12 and 12. Okay, and so on. If this process of forming triangle is considered continued, the sum of the areas of infinite. So what is the area of the first triangle? I can say root 3 by 4 into 24 square. Area of the second triangle, root 3 by 4 into 12 square. For the third triangle, the length will be 12 by 2, which is 6. So I can say plus root 3 by 4 into 6 square. Okay, root 3 by 4 into 6 square, and so on till infinity. So root 3 by 4 common, and I'll equal to 20 square plus 12 square, 6 3 square, and 5 whole square, and so on till infinity. So what is the common ratio? Common ratio is 4 here. Okay, 1 by 4. Okay, common ratio, you can say ratio of two terms, that is 12 square 2 whole square. This is, so answer is by 4, and sum of infinite term is equal to a first term, which is 24 square, upon common ratio 1 minus 1 by 4. So this will be comes out to be 1. A very standard type of the question, not something new. So I hope that now this is also clear. Any doubts to anyone in question number 32? No. So can I move to the next slide? If this part is clear to all of you, please respond. Okay. So 2 more questions. So I think another 5-6 minutes will be able to finish it. (33). Another easy one. In among 200, 105 like pizza. So pizza, which is liked by 105. What like burger? Then the number of students who like only burger can be. So tell me, what is the minimum possible value between here? ये minimum कितना होना चाहिए पिज्जा और बर्गर का? The sum of the two sets, it cannot be more than 200. So pizza 105 and burger 134. If there is nothing common, then the total sum is equal to 105 plus 134. And that will be comes out to be equal to 139. But we know that the total number of students is 239 more. It means the minimum possible value of the intersection of these two is 39. कम से कम 39 तो common होना चाहिए. Okay, if it is equal to minimum, then this will be minimum and this will be always maximum. So 134 minus 39, this is equal to 95. Okay, and 105 minus 39. So 105 minus 39. This is equal to 15 minus 9. It is 4 and that is 64. That's it. Now, similarly, we have find out this case also pizza and burger. So this is pizza and burger 134 and that is 64. Sorry, 105. What can be the maximum possible value which can be common to both of them? That is 105. Because 105 people is eating pizza and 134 people is eating burger. So what can be the maximum number of people who are eating both? That is 105 people. So this is 0. And 134 minus 105. 134 minus 105, that is 29. And there will be few people who are not neither eating pizza, eating burger. Because nowhere it has been mentioned that each and every student is eating one of them. So this is the maximum and this is the minimum and this is the minimum. So the question is number of students who like only burger. So only burger, it is in the range 29 to 95. 29 to 95. That is the range here. So between 29 to 95, there is only one option, which is option number A, 93. So the answer is option A, which is 93. Any doubts to anyone now in this question? You have done such type of the question in the class, isn't it? Damini, Nikita, and probably the very first question of maximum and minimum of set theory. So can we move to the next slide, guys? Please respond. चले आगे? Okay. And finally, the last question. Let x, y, and z be three positive numbers in a GP set. Now, these three numbers are in GP. So I can say this is x into r, and this is x into r square. And 5x, 6y, 16y, and 12z are in AP. So 5x, this is GP. And 5x, 16y, and 12z, they are in AP. What does it mean? That twice of middle term, that is 16y, it is plus last, that is 12z. So it means 32y, it is 5x plus 12z. Substitute these values here. So 32 is equal to x into r. 5x, keep 5x as it is, and 12z. So 12 into z is not x r square. So x will get cancelled. So I'll get 32r is equal to 5 plus 12r square, which means plus 12 5 is 6. Okay. 5 is equal to 0. So in any case here, this value, it will be comes out to be what? You'll get two values of r. Yes or no? Yeah, minus 1, so minus 5. And these are three positive real numbers that you need to keep in mind. So this is 2r minus 5 and this is 6r. So I'm getting 6r minus 1 into 2r minus 5. It is equal. So which means r is equal to 1 by 6 or 5 by 2. So r is equal to 1 by 6 and 5 by 2. But as they are in x is greater than y is greater than z. So which means r should be equal to 5 by 2, not 1 by 6. Okay, na? X into 5 by 2 will be more than x. Yes or no? Because I'm multiplying it by 2.5. If x into 1 by 6 will be less than x. So r is equal to 5 by 2. So the answer will be option A. And that's the answer. Now tell me, guys, any doubts to anyone? Okay. All right. So tomorrow morning, there is no class here. So tomorrow evening, we'll be discussing 2018 slot 2. All right. So we'll discuss 2018 slot 2 tomorrow evening. और कल मॉर्निंग में कोई क्लास नहीं लूंगा मैं, ठीक है? And we'll discuss the 2018 DI on the day after tomorrow. All right. So I hope that all these things are clear. In case if there is any doubt, please ask me. So good night to all of you. VARC class tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Parazumble slot 2 at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Parazumble 7 p.m. CAT 2018 Parazumbles. Okay, guys. So good night to all of you. So see you all tomorrow.